Let's execute an immediate, high-gear tactical vector shift straight into the salty, calculation-heavy grid of deep-sea espionage, black-budget maritime operations, and pulse-pounding covert warfare. We are stepping onto the blood-slicked carbon-fiber deck of a high-speed intercept vessel with the abandoned Chase, the blistering milestone 20th case file in the legendary hypervelocity Chase Fulton novel series by the master of nautical tactical thrillers, Cap Daniels. This landmark calculation delivers an addictive look at a desperate operational crossroads where past commitments, global conspiracies, and lethal coastal engagements collide at terminal velocity. Let's lay out the strategic narrative grid. If you are a fan of high-octane military espionage thrillers, where an elite covert operative must navigate a treacherous maze of deep-state betrayal, weaponized maritime black markets, and intense localized firestorms while trying to preserve his combat family, where an analytical protagonist uses precise tactical diving tradecraft, maritime navigation, and black ops tracking vectors to dismantle international threats, and where the author utilizes an incandescent abandoned by the agency diagnostic routine to test our hero's structural survival perimeters, this book is engineered to lock you in. Daniels completely dominates the coastal ops noir dynamic, capturing the heart-racing procedural momentum, brutal hand-to-hand mechanics, and unyielding brotherhood popularized by genre vanguards like Wayne Stinnett, Vince Flynn, Brad Thor, and Tom Clancy, while treating real-world naval ballistics, tactical dive profiles, and maritime counterterrorism with absolute technical mastery. The narrative tracking grid zeroes in on our central protagonist, Chase Fulton. He is the ultimate blueprint of covert maritime resilience, an elite operative and commercial diver operating under a strict calculation-heavy routine to execute high-stakes black ops along the Florida coast, the Caribbean basin, and international waters. His daily workspace is an unforgiving, fluid matrix of unpredictable oceanic currents, hidden coral shoals, and pitch-black night insertions. His internal defense mechanisms are locked down tight behind a lifetime of tactical training, his entire analytical focus strictly consumed by safeguarding his crew, scanning radar signatures, and keeping his specialized vessel fully optimized for combat readiness. The spark ignites when his active scanning perimeter registers a devastating structural anomaly. After surviving 24 high-risk deployments against global syndicates, Chase and his elite team find themselves completely cut off from their standard funding networks, logistical support channels, and deep-state handlers. The official diagnostic metrics indicate a systemic purge. They have been ghosted by the very intelligence apparatus they bled to protect. But Chase's internal monitoring system registers that this isn't an administrative error. It's a calculated betrayal designed to isolate them, just as a brutal international shadow syndicate launches a highly coordinated maritime offensive to permanently delete his entire operation from the grid. The tactical parameters instantly explode as Chase is forced to run entirely dark, transforming his private coastal stronghold into an unyielding, entirely pragmatic defensive shield. He deploys his massive combat profiling tradecraft, underwater demolitions knowledge, and unyielding psychological stamina to map out the approaching strike teams. When rogue mercenaries, weaponized smuggling cartels, and high-tech surveillance drones launch aggressive countermeasures to breach his home perimeter, Chase's survival instincts engage their final deployment tracks. Every midnight weapons cache audit, every silent breath taken through a combat rebreather in murky coastal waters, and every high-speed nautical evasion maneuver chips away at his reliance on established intelligence protocols. What follows is an exceptional high-stakes war of perspective, maritime strategy, and raw human grit. We watch Chase's mental perimeters completely unwrapped as he realizes that the threat isn't just trying to seize territory. They are executing a total geopolitical audit of coastal trade routes and black market shipping channels. While he smooths over his crew's tactical blind spots with devastating analytical force, a brutal oceanic confrontation shifts the tracking clock into its terminal phase, proving that the executioners have detected his active countermeasures. To survive the impending locked water trap and outmaneuver the forces running the purge, our resilient hero must unleash an absolute unyielding defense of his family and his honor. It is a military thriller, maritime espionage, action-adventure, deep-sea suspense noir masterpiece that treats deep tactical logistics and intense physical friction with elite precision.
The tension here burns with a sharp calculation-heavy intensity. We are talking about that high-frequency, one-weapon jam means resting at the bottom of the ocean energy, where a sudden shift in engine acoustics at midnight, an unexpected sonar ping on a dark radar array, or a heavy, possessive realization that your primary extraction route has been wired with explosives carries massive structural weight. Daniels writes with an exceptionally fresh, vivid, and beautifully blunt voice, perfectly capturing the salt-crusted hum of high-powered outboards, the oppressive, humid heat of a Gulf Coast evening, and the distinct, subtle scent of diesel fuel, gun oil, ocean spray, and pure, unadulterated suspense. What truly elevates this milestone thriller into elite territory is the author's unmatched ability to balance realistic nautical mechanics and genuine military tradecraft alongside a breathtaking narrative pace and deep emotional hooks. Our protagonist doesn't rely on unbelievable superficial Hollywood superhero tropes. His immense intelligence, strategic patience, and profound love for his crew match the complexity of the aquatic underworld he dominates step for step, making his choices to risk everything to survive the purge feel profoundly authentic and deeply gripping. The pacing moves with calculated momentum, tracking intense maritime standoffs and breathtaking tactical breakthroughs before ratcheting up to an absolute, jaw-dropping final showdown that delivers total, hard-earned closure to his horizon. The Abandoned Chase is the definitive pro-level upgrade your high-stakes action and contemporary military fiction library demands right now. It is elegant, immensely fast-paced, and utterly unputdownable. It proves that when your entire sanctuary is targeted by a cold, calculating deep-state monster, the most revolutionary play you can execute is to lock your hatches, arm your assets, and fight like hell to hold your course. So, secure your personal reading sanctuary, review your emotional defensive perimeters, open your Kindle, and prepare to join the crew.